Hello, everyone. Afternoon, or I guess evening, by the time we release this video.
Who knows?
Yeah. So, hello. We are Nerds in a Box. I'm John Dwyer.
Tessa Barlotta.
Dan Kiefer.
And we are here bringing you a shorter update for the week. We actually were at Mythicon yesterday and today.
Yep.
So it went really well. The only bad thing is that we weren't able to film one of our panels. So we have to do a shortened version. But we'll have more podcasts here next week, so don't worry about it.
That's why we're out of the box today.
Yes,
exactly.
We're nerds in the box, out of the box.
Yes. So...
We're so good with names.
I know. So...
Just comes to us.
So we'll have our box next week, don't worry about it. You'll be able to see our drawings as well as Stephanie and Kyle's guest drawings next week, so don't worry about a thing. Other than that, Mythicon was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
We handed out business cards.
Yeah, we have brand new business cards.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
So we actually got it to look like cardboard, so that was sweet. So
whoever made those is awesome.
yes.
Dan.
So yeah, thanks Dan. Thanks. All right.
Anyway, let's just move on.
All right, let's move on. Let's just keep moving on. So, Mythicon was a lot of fun. We'd like to thank them for letting us be there. It was a great time. We met a lot of good people.
And thank you to everyone who came.
Yes. So that was great. And then next week, we have Sci-Con. So, be sure to come to that. That one's going to be in Tampa. Saturday, the 27th, we're going to have a panel from 1 to 2. And then on Sunday, the 28th, we're going to have a panel from 2 to 3. So, 1 to 2 Saturday, 2 to 3 on Sunday, and that's going to be at the Grand Hyatt in Tampa Bay, so be there. It'd be really awesome. They're also going to have Daleks there you can get your picture taken with, so be there too. They have a lot of great people there. It's going to be a lot of fun, so come out, support us. We'll say hi. We don't bite, we promise. We're excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. Not the biting, the saying hi.
But yeah, the saying hi, not the biting,
No.
so we're not zombies.
Yeah, by the way, every time you say be there, I want to add the B square part on at the very end, every single time.
No. I'm not in high school anymore. I don't.
This isn't Grace, Dan.
I know, but it's too perfect.
Yeah. We don't have to do that.
That's how my brain works, people.
Yeah, I know. So, but since this is a shorter week, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be covering the upcoming TV and comic stuff that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks.
2 days.
Yeah, actually, for some of them, yeah.
Yes.
So without further ado, first thing on our list here is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming out on Tuesday, so I guess it'll be tomorrow by the time you watch this.
Yeah.
So September 23rd. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually, I mean, you're the resident expert on that.
I'm so ready. It's
Lots of
gonna
new
be
characters.
Lots of new characters. The first episode is going to have Peggy Carter and Absorbing Man in it, supposedly.
And the Howling Commandos.
Howling
Commandos. We're going to have Dum Dum Dugan.
And then later on in the season, definitely look out for Mockingbird. They've already cast her for it.
Excited.
Yes, Mockingbird's in there. Peggy Carter. I think they're going to use that actually as almost like a springboard into explaining how S.H.I.E.L.D. came about and then how Agent Carter is going to come into effect, how that series is going to start, and that's starting in December, I believe. So that's going to be really cool.
Kind of like a mini trailer how Flash was on Green Arrow, right?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like I think they call them like backdoor pilots now.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
what it is.
So that's what's going to be. So
Well, I'm really excited to see how how the first episode is, because you like the whole season, but for a lot of people, the first half kind of dragged, and then after Winter Soldier came out, that whole Hydra storyline really did wonders for the show. It gave it almost a new sense of purpose, and it almost came out almost as a different show.
Yeah.
Because the dynamic changed dramatically between every member of the group.
And that's kind of what, from the reviews I've read a couple spoiler-free reviews already, and it seems like from the get-go there's already a driving force behind this show. Like, it's not just you getting to know the characters anymore. It's like, alright, yeah, you know these characters now, they have a mission, they have to go. And it's a little darker, and it's a little grayer because there's some mercenaries who joined the team too, apparently. But yes, it's going to be very fun and very interesting.
That's the thing about like first seasons; it's always a very introductory season. So
Yeah.
it's tough to get that driving force right off the bat. Some shows do it well. Some shows you just got to give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, Parks and Rec didn't really hit their stride until like the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, and not that they're like the same thing, because obviously they're very different. But it's like.
Sometimes it takes time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Still a TV show.
Well, another TV show that's coming out that also is setting up a lot of things is Gotham, and that comes out actually tonight. Yeah,
for you guys.
Yeah, tonight for you guys. So September 22nd on Fox. That one I hope is really good.
Yes. Because it's on Fox.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's really amazing. So
well, if it's good, it'll be canceled.
So hopefully it's like
mediocre.
moderate.
Middle of the road. Yeah.
It's all right, enough viewers to not get canceled, but not too good to be canceled.
Exactly. Well, Ben McKenzie is he's playing a young Jim Gordon, and he. A lot of people for him automatically just default back to the OC.
But he was in what was that?
He was in
Southland.
Yeah,
which is supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah, really dramatic show about cops, and he was. I believe he used to be one of the main characters in it, and he got a lot of great reviews for that, being able to handle a more serious role as opposed to more like teen drama fodder. So I think he'll be able to use that really well, especially since. He's also playing another cop on the show.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be able to use that experience to make the show work. And then, the thing about Gotham, a lot of people right now are worried that they're going to be introducing a lot of the villains off the bat. Like, they're talking about Selena Kyle, they're talking about the Penguin, I think they're talking about a young Scarecrow.
They're talking about Scarecrow and Riddler. Yeah.
So a lot of people are worried that it's going to be focused too much on Batman's villains and not necessarily on like the crime in Gotham and Jim Gordon rising up through the ranks. But I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to use that to get people into the show to watch it, and then they're going to focus on the seedy mob underbelly. Because I mean, from the Catwoman comic books, like there's a wealth of information they can use there with.
There's so many characters that you would never think could be in a TV show that they can completely access for that. There's an endless supply of villains in Gotham. So, I don't know if they're going to go for more like a Law and Order route with like just a hint of comic book or how that's going to deal, but they have so much. There's not going to be a shortage of material. There is no reason for them to just completely focus in on just origin. It's more like they should pepper in the villain origin stories.
Right.
And a lot of people are worried they're going to focus on Bruce Wayne, but he's going to be like 9.
Yeah.
Like his parents just died or something.
He can't do a whole lot, yeah.
He's not going to be doing a whole lot.
One thing I'm not worried about is DC does TV shows well.
They do.
They really haven't let us down with any TV show that they've ever set out, like live action TV shows. I'm trying to think of one that didn't do well.
Like, they all pretty much did well. Like, even like Smallville, which is kind of hokey and everything, but it still lasted 10 seasons.
I watched every season.
Yeah.
I was one of those people.
I mean,
I mean, it was still, you could still get through. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but they have a good record of at least pretty good TV shows. Especially going back to the cartoons with Justice League.
Batman the animated series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they're really good with TV shows. So I have high hopes for it. I'm gonna be watching. I hope it turns out well. I don't know if I want it to be like a cop procedural or if I want it to be more of a gritty.
I'm kind of hoping they go back and forth.
Yeah.
To be honest, like we have the gritty, but then we have some procedural just to like give us a break.
I wouldn't be
give us a break from the drama.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually a little bit like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and how that is, where it's like, it's not necessarily a cop procedural, but like, they take the elements from the comics and use that.
It's like, you have a mission, you go on the mission, you learn something, you go home.
Exactly.
Kind of deal.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of took some things from that too, but like, obviously made it darker.
Yeah.
And speaking of TV shows on CW that are a little hokey,
Seasons are hokey.
Arrow and Flash.
I'm expecting the Flash to be kind of hokey.
Well, yeah.
It's literally like
Flash.
the Teen Squad cast.
Yeah. Well, what they use for it, for Arrow, they use the elements that work for it. Like, there's a reason why it has a huge cult following.
I don't think it's even cult anymore. Not really. Not Arrow.
I was gonna say, if it's not like
Flash
if it's
maybe,
not
but
like
Arrow.
if it's not like past that status, it's like in between right now.
It still has a huge following regardless.
Yeah. But
like even at Mythicon, like I saw a couple Green Arrows walking around, just like that's nice.
Yeah.
With the like an actual composite bow, and I'm like, I want one.
Yeah. Well, Arrow comes back October 8th, and
really
Flash
excited.
comes out October 7th. Really cool thing about this, is that they already did a backdoor pilot with Flash on Arrow, and then they've already confirmed that there's going to be crossover episodes in them, so that they're going to stay together.
So ready.
Which is really great, because if we can't have the two of them in the DC cinematic universe, at least they
get
can
to team up together.
Yeah, so
I wonder if there's going to be a Justice League on TV before there is a Justice League movie.
No.
I mean, aside from Smallville, because they did a Justice League in Smallville.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, true. But, that's going to be really cool. I know you two are the ones that really follow Arrow, so, where do you think that's going to pick up? Do you know where that's going to go this season?
I'm really excited for Felicity's character.
Oh,
she's my favorite, and I'm so ready for her to just... She's already kind of gotten more important with every season, but I'm kind of ready for her to just kind of run the whole show.
Well, she wasn't meant to be a main character from the get-go. She was supposed to be like a side character. I think she was going to die off somewhere. But
she's so awesome.
I think she is one of the driving factors that made Arrow such a popular show.
Yeah.
Because they stuck to the nitty-gritty, they stuck to the very dark stuff, but she brought this humor, this innocence, and it was beautiful, and it was what everybody needed to help truly connect to the show.
And also she's also kind of a beacon of what they're fighting for. Like, even though this whole town is like full of darkness and awful, as long as there's people like Felicity, Starling City is worth saving. Kind of a deal. So I'm totally excited for what happens with her. And I love Grant Gustin is his name, the kid who plays Flash. I love him. So I haven't seen the leaked video because I want to be a good fan and wait for it to actually come out on TV. But I'm so ready.
Well,
I'm not a good fan.
I'm hoping that
I saw it.
I'm hoping that they make Flash, that TV series, not like more comical, but that it's lighter. Yeah, it's lighthearted.
It's not so dark nighty.
Exactly. Yeah, because DC I think could use a little lighthearted.
No.
Because Justice League worked really well. The cartoon series, like the animated series worked really well being dark, but also having funny elements in it. One of the best parts from, I think it was Justice League Unlimited, is when Lex Luthor takes over Barry Allen's body.
No, it's Wally West.
Or Wally West, excuse me, you're right. And then he's like, I can finally find out who this is. He pulls off the mask. He's like, I have no idea who this is. I think they could definitely make the Barry Allen character in the Flash series funny.
I mean, they're definitely going to go with that lighter up because, like I said before, they have the team cast. They have the team pack. They have it's literally Flash and these two young scientists.
Yeah.
Who actually end up being villains in the comics. I think I'm going to forget who they are.
I did not know that. And
Sorry.
I'm excited.
They're
comic
in
spoilers.
the comics, they're villains. So I don't know if that's an eventual outcome of the show, or if they're just throwing them in because look at these people. If you read the comics, you know who they are, kind of deal.
That'd be interesting.
So that would be interesting.
I am even more excited now.
So that's also another reason why I'm super psyched for Flash. I was like, you people are smart. Good job.
I just love seeing crossover stuff. The first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was so excited because Maria Hill and Nick Fury there, and it's just Samuel Jackson and Kobe Smulders just talking to Coulson again. It's like, oh, I missed this, and it's so nice too, especially when we had Lady Sif in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was, you just love Jamie Alexander.
I do.
So, and how can you not?
I remember watching that episode and Keegan was just walking by and she's like, I love her, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we watched it together. It was nice.
Exactly. So, I hope that they do that, the crossover stuff, because I think that'd be such a cool way to also dig into the universe too. You can explore it more. So, keep your fingers crossed. October 7th for Flash and October 8th for Arrow. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And then you can talk about this one, Constantine, on October 24th.
I'm not a super crazed fan of Constantine. I know what he is, but I don't read his comics. But I am. A lot of people are scared because he can't smoke and he can't cuss and all this other stuff.
All the things that make him Constantine. Yeah.
But I'm and he's also not going to be bisexual anymore, supposedly. So I don't know what to think of this. It's also on NBC. So it's the only one that's not with the other three. So
true.
I don't know what to think about this. I'm hoping it's good. Although at the same time, I'm kind of hoping it's bad because I have so many shows I'm watching right now. I'm just like, I can't take another one. Constantine, maybe you should just be mediocre so I don't care. But maybe it'll shock me and you guys and just be completely amazing. But...
Well, I mean, if people like it, then it probably... Well, it may not be canceled since NBC's ratings are so low. So...
Yeah.
They,
so,
we'll see what happens there.
Mhm.
I don't know a whole lot about it.
He's
so.
a fallen angel and
Yep.
kicks demon ass.
Well, I did know that.
Okay.
I did know that, yeah. I knew that. But I didn't know a whole lot about the TV show, about what they're doing with
It's
that.
a fun story, and by fun I mean just like an interesting story that they have a lot to work with. So just even if you take away those Constantine-isms, he still has this base core that is an interesting... He's a fallen angel.
Yeah.
That's gonna have a fun story behind it.
Yeah.
They have a lot to work with.
And especially with shows like Supernatural that are going on like 10 seasons now, if they kind of taps into that audience, I'm sure it'll do just fine.
Oh yeah.
So, which you can easily do that.
You can easily appeal to the Supernatural fans. Just like have Jensen Ackles, just like appear on the
Pop
show.
over.
Yeah, just like have him show up and then you got him hooked.
Oh, I won't say anything. I was about to say Supernatural spoiler, but I won't.
Okay, that's
Anyway.
fine. Yeah, so, those are some of the TV shows that are coming out, at least within the next month, in terms of, pertaining to the comic books, things like that. Peggy Carter comes out December, can't wait for that. But we won't talk about that yet. I just wanted to say that because
We're all excited.
I love Agent Peggy Carter,
And we can't wait until December.
especially that one shot.
Oh.
But going on to comics...
Yes.
we already talked about this a few
a few times.
a few videos earlier with our events and our comic book shakeups, but Thor, the new Thor comic, I guess female Thor for lack of a better phrase, comes out October 1st. I'm excited for that because the new Thor comic is already very, very good, but now we're going to be getting this, and we're gonna find out like how exactly Thor, what happened to Thor, how he got dishonored, like what was said. We're going to see his quest, but we're mainly going to focus on apparently one of Thor's friends, someone that he knows, picking up the hammer and wielding that, and
and maybe we'll even finally find out who she is.
Yes, I
cool.
want to know who it is. I want to know.
But I love the mystery behind it. I hope we don't find out for like a good 5 to 10 comics, at least.
Yeah, just kind of play with us for a little while.
Yeah,
Just leave us little clues until we finally get there.
His hammer's stuck on the moon, so...
Can that be like the first shot is just her just flying off to the moon?
Yeah. Well, apparently...
Maybe she'll be an astronaut.
Well, it was actually released that when she picks up the hammer, she actually changes it. So it says,
Whosoever we were...
worthy, and then it's like if she...
Oh, she changes to she?
It changes from he to she. So
that's cute.
She's powerful enough to change it to a she, because not even Wonder Woman did that one too. So I want to know who this is, and I hope that they're probably going to explore like the whole universe, being like, what? How do you have Mjolnir?
I don't
what
understand.
happened? Like, how can you pick this up? So I want to see how that works. I would love to see if she just talks to the Avengers and she's like, what are you all doing? You're all dumb. Like, she just goes to the Illuminati and she's just like, you're all doing really dumb things.
You really hate the
Stop.
Illuminati.
You just bug me. For being the smartest people on Earth, they're really dumb. Like, they're keeping Thanos underneath Necropolis right now. And he's just there. Just time locked. And it's like, this is such a bad idea. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But I want to see how they explore that. I want to see, obviously, she's going to, have dealings with Asgard. Loki's going to have to... Loki's going to have a field day with that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want her and Loki to be like instant friends. Just to annoy the ever-loving crap out of like his actual brother Thor. Just to like pal around and be like, alright.
Well, Loki's probably going to do that to mess with him, but have some alternate like motive.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. But like that's got to happen. He's like, I like you.
Oh yeah, I could easily see this. Like,
oh brother, if you had only been a woman.
you have my brother's hammer. Let us talk. Like, I would love that. That'd be a cool way to have that relationship. And if it's not Lady Sif, I want to see.
I don't think it is.
Well,
Ooh, bless you. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
You're
Hang
welcome.
on. And
Salute.
all right. So if it's not Lady Sif that picks it up, I want to see if whoever this female Thor is, when she picks it up, I want to see if she talks to Lady Sif, and Lady Sif's like, why can't I pick up the hammer?
Ooh.
Why are you worthy and I'm not?
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a cool dynamic between the two of them.
That'd be
So,
awkward.
but going away from that, another new one that's coming out, especially if you've been reading Original Sin, is new Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier. That one's coming out in October. Brand new series for him. It's going to be taking up on all new adventures.
Mm-hmm.
If you read Original Sin, you know why it's a new series. So check that out. It's going to be him. It's not going to be as gritty as it is, where it's not going to be like a gritty spy.
Well, no, he's in charge of stuff.
Yeah, he's in charge of stuff, but like it's not going to be what it used to be in terms of like being super gritty like more espionage spy stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one's all going to be about more cosmic, more on a galactic scale.
Yes.
So
he has more responsibility to deal with, so he doesn't have time for the nitty gritty.
Exactly, and that's as much as we can say without outright spoiling everything.
Mm-hmm.
So read that. That one's going to be really cool. We'll probably talk about that when that comes out. I need to subscribe to that one too.
Another one, Spider-Woman comes out in November. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Which, please read it. I know everyone's freaking out about the cover and whatever, but don't let the comic die just because somebody did bad art. It's not even the main cover. It's a variant. Don't even worry about it. You probably won't even see it because they'll all sell out in like a day. So go read it, Spider-Woman, just to support Spider-Woman.
I mean, she can't even have her neck like that on the cover. She's like this, but like if she had to like break her neck in order to like look up the way she's looking up to. Spider-Woman's new. Spider-Verse. Speaking of spider things, Spider-Verse.
So excited.
The Edge of the Spider-Verse comics are out right now, and basically what it's doing is setting up, because Morlun is his name, the villain, who's I'm always afraid of pronouncing that wrong. He's pretty much decided he's done with Spider-Man, doesn't want to deal with him anymore, so he's going to destroy every Spider-Man across the multiverse. Every Spider-Man that Marvel has ever created is going to die.
Yep.
Along with all these, he's teamed up with like all these like alternate universe Green Goblins and stuff to like take them all out. So Peter Parker, no, this is incorrect. Superior Spider-Man, so it's technically Doc Ock Spider-Man, is getting them all together. All the Spider-Man, like Gwen Stacy Spider-Man.
Oh man.
There's like Spider-Man Noir, Steampunk Spider-Man, every Spider-Man ever.
Like armored Spider-Man.
Yeah, like the one with like 8 limbs, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of them are getting together for Spider-Verse, which actually comes out in November. Right now we found on our second Edge of Spider-Verse comic, which introduces the Spider people that will be like the main characters of Spider-Verse, because there's too many to just cover all of them, so they're going to hit on the main guys before we get to November Spider-Verse.
Speaking of Spider-Verse, and you said Gwen Stacy, in one of the most recent ones, we went to an alternate universe where Gwen Stacy actually got bit by the spider instead of Peter Parker, so she's Spider-Woman. No relation to the other one we were just talking about, but she's got a really cool outfit. She's got a hoodie too.
The hoodie looks awesome.
She's in a band with Mary Jane called the Mary Janes. It's awesome. I love it. It's actually been received so well that a lot of people are thinking that it's going to get its own spin-off series, which I could totally dig.
Thank you.
I'm all about Spider, like Gwen Stacy being Spider-Man or Woman in this case. I think that's a gold mine.
It would be.
So, especially seeing, like, if Peter Parker if Peter Parker's part of that, if he actually isn't bit by the spider, and, like, the roles flip.
Like a role reversal?
A role reversal? That would be really interesting.
That would be.
So...
just to see how everything plays out the other way.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be super cool. I would love to see that.
Yes.
So, definitely check that one out. That one came out this week. So... look that up, please. And then on the DC side, brand new Lobo comic coming out in October. Lobo #1, October 1st. We don't know a whole lot about that. Not a lot of information been released, but I mean,
it's Lobo.
Yeah, it's Lobo.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Lobo's always been described as like almost like DC's Deadpool. in a sense, or people that like.
That's
I think he was before Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
But
Because
now
she's kind of
Harley
taken up
Quinn's
that
kind of-
mantle, but like,
He's still fun.
Yeah.
And awesome.
exactly, he's still fun, awesome. He's
doesn't care.
yeah, he doesn't care, you know. But I'm probably gonna read that one too. I
Yeah.
need to save a lot of money for comics.
You're gonna,
God, they're so
you're
expensive.
gonna be reading everything. John.
I'm gonna be reading everything. So, and then World's End.
This is because there's not too many new DC comics coming out in the next month, but the whole universe,
Yeah.
both Earth, like the main New 52 and Earth 2, are building up to World's End, which kind of suggests a huge game changer for the whole of the DC universe. So we're not entirely sure what that's going to entail just yet. A lot of people think it's going to be them rebooting their universe again, which I don't think is the best idea. Which they're probably not.
Yeah.
'Cause they just did that.
Yeah, they just did it. We're only on like 34 issues of stuff right now.
Yeah.
But I think it'll at least be like an earth-shattering change-up for everyone's lives. Or maybe like we lose a bunch of main superheroes and a whole bunch of the B-listers have to come up and save the world. You
That'd
never
actually
know.
be pretty cool because, you know, the thing about DC is that they have a whole lot of A-list names
Mhm.
and then like not a whole lot of B-list.
And then it's all C-list.
And all like then it's all like C-list. Not that they're bad, but like
Mhm.
yeah, Marvel definitely has like a few A-list people, not nearly as many as DC,
Right.
but then you've got like a lot of B-list ones and then like some C. So
And then endless C-list.
yeah, so I would love it if
Marvel only has a couple characters.
yeah, so I would love it if they could actually introduce like
Mhm.
those C characters and bring them up to a B level so that you know that way
Yeah, Booster Gold.
yeah Booster Gold,
Booster Gold for the win.
a lovable idiot. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they could bring that up and that way more people know of more DC heroes instead
Yeah.
of being like, oh yeah, I love Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. Like those are the three the three DC heroes that everybody knows.
Yep.
Or it might also be kind of what Marvel's doing right now, where they're going to have a different Thor and a different Captain America. They might still have Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman,
True.
but they're different people, which would be really interesting.
That'd be
Huh.
really interesting. I could see that.
So,
Aren't they kind of doing that with like Multiverse City?
no, Multiversity is a complete...
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's its own thing. That's its own thing.
Because you also have kind of that in Earth 2 is like different.
Yeah, like
but,
Earth 2, Earth 8, yeah, like...
But as far as like the New 52 base universe, like
Okay.
having completely different people, because I can't. I mean, in Future's End, they revealed that not Captain Marvel, Shazam,
Yeah.
is taking up the mantle of Superman. So I don't know if that will carry over into World's End.
Okay.
But I also don't know who would take up Wonder Woman. Who would be the new Wonder Woman if
Hawk
they did?
Girl?
Well, it's Hawk Woman now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's
They'll
like
find somebody.
that's a completely
Zatanna.
maybe.
Really? No, I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
no.
As far as like notoriety.
I mean,
people
yeah.
knowing her.
I want Zatanna to have her own comic.
She did for a while.
Well,
Yeah.
not for too long.
Yeah, before New 52.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't know what's going to happen, but something enormous is going to happen. So a lot of people are speculating, but keep up with your DC Comics because awesome stuff is on the way.
Mhm.
Yes. So that being said, you know that's all the upcoming TV comic book stuff that we have here. Obviously, we were covering mainly like issue 1, like first
Yeah.
issue. So like obviously there's tons of comics coming out over the next month from both Marvel and DC, but these are specifically number 1s. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Go to your local comic book store. You know, just they'll be able to tell you all about it. So, you know, so we'll pass that job on to them of telling you when they come out and things like that. That'll be your job.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
visit me.
Yeah, come visit. Yeah, Coliseum of Comics, Fashion Square Mall. So yeah, we actually haven't talked about that ever.
No.
So, well, we did today. So there you go, Fashion Square Mall, Coliseum of Comics. Tessa will help you out. So except go later in the week.
Yeah.
Like on Thursday.
So
Yeah.
so that being said, it is time for our 500 likes winner. So as you saw earlier in this week, we passed 500 fans. Thank you so much.
You guys are
That is
awesome.
incredible. It's so great knowing that we have over 500 fans. We have actually 558 as the time of this filming. So thank you guys.
You guys are awesome.
You all rock. Thank you so much for liking our page, liking our videos, sharing stuff. Keep doing that.
Suggesting topics.
Yes, suggesting topics. We're gonna.
We love it when you do that.
We love it so much.
Yes, we just love having audience interaction. So you know, just keep up the interaction. It's been great. And just do more. And we'd love to just talk to you guys, communicate with you guys. So that being said, we have picked our winner. We did it off camera.
Yeah, 20 minutes ago.
We had to go through over 500 names, so we were going to be like, and here's a bunch, and then here's a bunch, and put those in a hat, and here's less, and then, so...
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was...
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
Which is a great thing. We're not complaining.
No.
Just a lot of names, and we didn't want to bore you.
Yeah.
So, Tessa, would you like to announce?
Our winner is... Marcellus Cutler!
Woo! So, you are going to be drawn onto the box. We will be messaging you at some point within the this week, hopefully within the next 2 days. So we can talk to you, get a feel of, so you can be like, hey, this is what I wear on a usual basis. This is what I like to do. That way Dan can draw it and coordinate all of that stuff.
Yeah, make you look
in
cool
your drawing. Yeah, so
on a box.
You'll be on our box. We're going to be doing stuff for when we hit 1,000 fans eventually. We're actually going to let you guys pick what we do.
So if you have any ideas, start posting them now.
Within reason. Within reason.
Well, I mean, you can post anything.
Yeah, you can post, yeah.
If it's bad, we'll delete it. I'm just kidding. We probably won't.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't know what they're thinking.
If you post something bad, Dan will delete it. So, Tessa and I will leave it.
We'll just...
So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're going to have more stuff coming out. We're also, looking into new topics we can discuss, more things we can do, so that we can get more content out to you guys.
Yes.
So if you want to hear anything for next week, comment.
Yes,
post.
Let us know. Comment, like our page, post on our wall, message us, whatever you want.
Because we will actually have a full video next week.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
We got kind of behind this week.
Yes. Well, we thought we were gonna be able to film, and we weren't able to.
Yeah,
so.
just complications. But we're prepared for next week. We got this.
So that's why I'm glad we were able to do this, so we could get something to you guys anyway. Because we didn't want to, just be like, hey, sorry, we don't have anything by. So.
That would be awful.
I don't want to do that. So, we scare because we care.
Yes.
That Monsters Inc. reference. We can cut that, right? Yeah, we can cut that out of the video.
Nope, it's in.
Oh, okay.
Immortalized on the YouTube.
Good.
On the films.
Good. Well, as usual, we're on iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher now. So subscribe to us. We're also on SoundCloud.
Yes.
So subscribe to us there. That way you can get our content, or that this video is going to be on YouTube. Go like it. Go subscribe to us on YouTube as well, and just share the video.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Sounds good.
So that being said, stay tuned, guys. We're going to have new topics for you next week. And yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.